Hey, welcome to Pocket Change. I am Candace Lott. I never know what to do with my hands while talking, so I'll keep them busy while doing laundry. Hang out with me while I ramble on about all kinds of topics and different seasons of life I've experienced. It's going to be loads of fun. Let's get to folding. Hey. Happy whatever day it is that you are listening to this. It is Tuesday in my world. Another intro where I tell you how I failed to record on a Monday. But this one is quite comical and just shows you my age. So we are getting ready to remodel our kitchen, DIY. Get excited. So we spent the Sunday packing and getting everything ready. And I was in the kitchen, get everything packed. And of course, I failed to remember the number one thing you should do whenever you're leaning over to pick up things that are heavy. What do you do, everyone? You bend at the knees. You use your knees. I didn't do that. I did fast hip thrust movements to whoosh and put it on my hips to move a big heavy box. So whenever I woke up on whatever day it was a yesterday, I wasn't doing great. I'm gonna be real honest. I was not doing great at all. I was laid up and had to have a heating pad on me like a mammal, and I felt real old. And I got into the chiropractor this morning. Thank you, baby Jesus. And he popped and snapped me and made everything good again. I feel like I could run a marathon. Not really, but kind of. So yay for chiropractors. If you don't have a good one, and if you're here local, let me know and I'll send you my guy. He's pretty grand. He just takes a while to get into sometimes. So yeah, so that's how my week started, with an injury because I'm old and can't lift things the way I used to because I'm old. So we're getting ready to demo our kitchen. That'll be this weekend's adventure. So I blocked it off. No showings, no open houses, no nothing this week except for getting to use heavy duty tools to knock off cabinets from our walls. I'm so excited. So yeah, if you're following me on social media, I walked through the plan. Really excited about it. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today, remember, because I said I had a plan. So today is friendship. I said that kind of funny. Friendship. I thought I'd talk to myself, to you guys, about the different kind of friendships that I feel like we go through in our lives, in the different seasons, chapters, whatever you want to call it. And it's crazy. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I've noticed this thing that guys do. Guys mainly do it. I don't know a lot of females that have done this. That they have, the friends that they have are friends that they've had for forever. Forever and ever. They're like, oh, we met in kindergarten and we're still best friends. I don't feel like women do that very often. Now, don't get me wrong. I do have some friends that I've had in my life for quite a bit. But my girlfriends from elementary school, primary school, high school, we're not best buddies. I mean, we stay in contact via the social medias of the world. And whenever things happen, I feel like we show up for each other in different ways. Might not always be physically showing up, but sending things. So yeah, it's a weird observation that I've noticed that men typically all of Chris's friends were friends he had since high school or younger. All of Mike's friends he's had since high school or younger. I don't know why. I just find that interesting. Maybe because females can be a little catty. I don't know. I have no idea. So, yeah, it's just odd. But I have noticed this thing, and I'm sure other people have noticed it too, but friendship is freaking hard as you grow up. Like, it is hard. There's memes all over the world about girlfriends and like little reels about girlfriends planning and canceling and scheduling and rescheduling plans to hang out with their friends. And it takes them, comically like 6 months. And it's funny because it's true. It is so comical how hard it is to get a hold of some of my girlfriends and get on their calendar. Like, and the same thing, I mean, I'm sure they feel the same way about me because they're like, well, what are you doing this weekend? I'm like, oh, I'm busy. It's just like we were looking at something for, someone asked us to do something in like the next few weeks. And I was like, yeah, we're booked. We don't have an open weekend until July. So I don't know if that's just because I'm insane and overbook our family or what it is. I mean, I know we have a lot of things going on this summer, but yeah, I mean, we don't really have an open weekend until July. It's crazy. Anyway, but yeah, so I've noticed, one, it's hard to hang out with your girlfriends. It's hard to get the time, and then whenever you get the time, it is beautiful whenever you do have a group of friends or whoever that is in your circle, whenever y'all get together, and it's like you pick up where you left off, and there's no like awkward silence, anything like that, because Lord knows if there's an awkward silence, I'm gonna fill it with noises or words or whatever. So yeah, it's just funny that way. But whenever you're looking at your friends as a whole, like, this is where it gets interesting as an adult. So not only does it take a while to get everything planned to see each other, but then if you're like, hey, I want to have a shindig and I want to invite all my friends. And then you all of a sudden have all of your different groups come together. It is wild trying to like figure out and you just take a minute, and because it doesn't happen. It happens at like weddings where all of your friends from all your circles show up. That's about it. So just take a second, think about all your friends, and then think about all the places you've collected your friends. It is wild how sometimes you pick them up in the most random places. Like, I don't know. It's funny to me. Like since I have an iPhone, I have like, the 9, you can have 9 people up at the top. It reminds me of the MySpace top 3, top 9, top 12, or whatever it was. It reminded me of that so hard. I was like, oh my God, my MySpace top 9. Don't piss me off. I'll move you out of your MySpace top person. If you're old enough to remember that, I surely hope you're laughing, because I remember so much drama about people being moved. Like, I was in your top 9, now I'm not. Now you have top 3. I'm nowhere near that. Oh, or this song you would choose on your MySpace. Great times. Anyway, so yeah, you have all these friends, and then you just have, like, if you're like me, I feel like I have a large collection of humans that I can reach out to if shit just goes wrong and I need someone to help out. Social media is great with that. Like, if you need help, if you need, I don't know, just like good vibes, prayer requests, whatever. I do think social media is great for that. But what I also think social media is great on is, especially for me, it's a way I can keep in contact with some of my friends, because we just don't talk every day. It's so crazy. Like, out of sight, out of mind is serious. And it's one of those that, like, everyone has that one friend who's the person who keeps in touch with everyone. Like, and it changes for different groups. Like, for one group, I'm definitely not the person who keeps in touch with everyone. I'm terrible at it, and I don't hate it, but I just forget. For other groups, I'm very much the person who helps everyone stay in touch. It just, and I don't know why it's different for each group, but that's just the way it is. But as I've gotten older, the amount of people that I have in my, like, hey, you want to come over and hang out group, I won't say it's necessarily shrank, but it just changed drastically in the past 5 years. Like, you want to talk about a full overhaul. That was my MySpace top 9. Because anytime you go through any, like, major life situation, moving, changing jobs, divorcing, marrying, having babies, all of those things change your friendships. And sometimes you lose friends because of it. And man, does it super suck whenever you lose friends for, oh, my sneeze, and I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Oh, I know I was going to sneeze. If I can edit it out, maybe you won't even know I did it. So, haha. Test my skills. But, yeah, so as you go through all these life things, you lose friends and gain friends. It's very interesting. Like, I don't know, with my, like, take my life, for example, as I typically do. Let's see. Whenever I got into, we could go way back. In, like, elementary school, I moved from Forney to Arlington for a year. Well, I tried to stay in contact of those friends, because Forney and Arlington aren't super far apart. They were more far apart than they are now. Or they were further apart because roads and such than they are now. But I mean, I remember my parents trying really hard to keep me in contact with my friends from second grade that I had. But then whenever we moved back to Forney, my friends that I had, I mean, I still had a few of them, but they all changed because I wasn't there. I wasn't there for that year to go through the bonding experience of third grade together. So, you change friends. That happens. Well, then, like, as you get older, your interests change. And I remember whenever I tried out for drill team and I got on drill team in high school, all of my friends came from that one shared experience. We were all in drill team together. And I loved it. And then moving into college, I got into a college and I was made it onto a dance team, and I don't think I lost any friends, but I did have some friction, just because my high school friends, just like anything else, whenever you move on, or you move to a new season or a new chapter, and that's like all encompassing and that's all you talk about, it's kind of hurtful to your people that aren't there, and that's not part of their shared experience. So, learning to not be so involved and wrapped up in what it is you're doing, and having the ability to step back and be like, I am more than just this, like, college dance team. High school or college Candace didn't have that realization, but anyway. So yeah, I met some of the best humans in the whole wide world on that dance team. And I'm still super close with what we call my little. And another friend who is in the same line as me. And it's so cool to have them be so close because, you know, they were there whenever I was 19, 20, you know, when you're babies figuring it out. And we have so much shared life together. So that's really cool. And whenever I found out about Mackenzie, my little, I think I talked about her earlier, but she was there with me whenever I found out about Mackenzie. So it's just crazy to me to think that this human who was a stranger to me before she walked into the doors to come audition to be in Apache Belle, and then I'll never forget, the minute she walked in that door, I was like, she's my little. And man, did God know what he was doing, because she's one of the coolest humans I know. She has her master's. She's a kick-ass woman. And it's just so cool to me that she was in my life then. She was there with me when I found out about Mackenzie. And she's just been through so much. And I love that we have so much life that we've shared together. And then I have other friends that I always say, you collect friends and people. Other friends that I've collected along the way, like half of the people that I'm closest to right now, I've only known since right before COVID. Isn't that wild? Like, it's just wild to me that, like, some of the people that I talk to most consistently are people that I've only known 5 years or less. Some of them are 10 and under, but it's just crazy to me that you go from, in college, you have all these friends, because, you know, anytime you go to a wedding where they're fresh out of college or in college, I mean, you're like rolling like 12 bridesmaids and groomsmen deep. I mean, whew, everyone's your bestie. We've all been to that wedding. Maybe you had that wedding. Everyone's your bestie. But then as you get older, you realize and you recognize, okay, I can be friends with these people and with everyone, but there's only certain people I'm going to let into certain aspects of my life. And that's where I've gotten with my friends that I have now. They're all from different places that I've collected them. But together, they're just some of the coolest women I've been lucky enough to know. And I do have one really good guy friend, and he's hilarious. I call him a sasshole because he's just the sassiest asshole I've ever met. It's like hanging out with a brother. It's great. So yeah, it's just, friendships are just cool because they're hard because, you know, they do change. And I don't know if you have ever lost a friend, like you physically lost them, not just, oh, you just lost touch. Like it is a known thing that you two are not friends anymore. Y'all, that hurts. It's like breaking up with people. It is so hard. I've had a few of those in my life, and it's just like an ex, because I still think about them quite a bit. I still wish them all the best, and there's still times I go to pick up the phone to call or text them and know that, you know, this isn't the time for that friendship has closed. And it had a time, it served its purpose, but it's now done. And that is hard to admit or even go through. Because it's just like breaking up with someone. You have all these shared moments and pictures and gifts and things, and then all of a sudden you're not speaking to each other. And man, it makes looking at those gifts, those pictures, those items, whatever it is, hard. You're just like, man. And you kind of have to do like a detox, just like you do with an ex. You just have to like, okay, these things do not bring me joy anymore. They make me sad. It is time to release and let go. It is bananas. And then you have people that are like in your life during some of the hardest times. Hardest times. Like I had a girlfriend and she had a family member pass away, and we were really close at the time. And still to this day, on the day that her family member passed away, I think about her and I try to message her every single year, because we'll always have that. I mean, as terrible as it is to be like, well, I was there for you. But like, you always have those people, well, I hope you always have those people that show up for you in really hard times and really great times too. Because like, I mean, life is incredibly hard, but it's also incredibly awesome. Like there are days that are just like, you know, as Rachel from Friends says, spit you in the face, kick you in the crotch kind of days. And then you have days where you feel like you're freaking jumping on rainbows all day. And those are days that you still want to be able to text your friends and be like, y'all, this amazing thing happened. The best day ever. And you want those people to be like, yes, and share in that excitement and be excited for you and with you. Those are cool friends. Those are friends you should like hang on to. But yeah, it's just, however old you are, my biggest thing is phones work both ways. So if you're listening to this and you're upset that so-and-so hasn't called you or texted you, even though you posted something on social media that was like, you know, I had this big thing happen and he or she hasn't reached out to you yet, there's a solid chance they didn't see it, or they saw it and they're like, oh, I'll message them and respond, but I just forgot. Because we're all busy. Like, we all have a million different things going on in our heads at the same, like, and we all have struggles that maybe we want to share with everyone, maybe we don't. For me, being a good friend means texting, showing up, and like just being there. And if that friend doesn't respond, then okay, then maybe make a note to be like, we should probably follow up with him and give him a call. Or maybe drop off, I had another girlfriend who taught me this thing called porch love, where if you're close, you can drop off like sweet surprises on their front porch. And I love it. It is just, oh, it makes my heart so happy to do it. I haven't done it in a while. But man, or like mailing, sending a letter. Oh, I love it. Oh, this hanger is totes broken. Oh dear. All right, that goes thrown away. I don't know about y'all, but snail mail makes me so happy. Whenever I get snail mail, I'm like, you spent the time to like sit down, write, put on my address, buy a stamp when they're like $20 million a stamp now. Not really, but they seem that way. It's just so cool. So I have really no idea where I was going with that. Other than, if you have friends that you love, take care of them. Love on them. And it's okay if you have friends that come in and out of your life. Because they're just not meant to be there during that time. Or they were only meant to be there for that specific chapter in your story. And you know, it sucks for sure, but life is too short to hold grudges. It took me a long time to learn that. And to be fair, I still hold a few grudges and I'm still very angry at a few people. They're not anybody, they're not friends that I'm angry about. It's just, there are people that just, I should take my own advice and let it go. But I haven't, and here we are. And I'm still angry. Maybe one day I won't be angry, but for now, that's why I go to counseling. But just be kind to one another. We're all so forking busy. And we all are juggling 10 million different things. So if you want that person to be your friend and you think that person wants to be your friend, try your best not to get butthurt. They didn't invite you to a dinner that you saw on social media, or they haven't reached out to you in forever. Because it's tricky. Like I will look at my phone whenever I have time and I'm waiting for an appointment, and I'll look it through my text messages, and the people that are in my top 9, MySpace top 9, I look at it, and if I haven't sent them a message in a while, I'm like, oh shit, I should check in and see how they're doing. So just do that. I mean, a simple text message that says, thinking about you, hope you have a great day. It can go a long way. I don't really know where I was going with that either. But that's all I have for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys, we're over 200 listens, which makes me so excited. And we have ads now. So thank you guys so much for listening. This has just been so mega fun. This is officially my 11th episode, and I'm just really liking it. I do have a voicemail set up, so if you have any comments, questions, topics you want covered, that phone number is going to be in the show notes. Feel free to call, leave me a voicemail. It will not actually ring on me, but it ring on my end, but it will ring. Leave me a voicemail and I'll be able to listen to it. But thank you guys so much for listening. This is a ball. Look at that. I emptied out all my baskets. So now I just need everyone to come and get their clean clothes. So, pocket change. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you for listening to Pocket Change. You can find me on the internet at Candice-Lott.com, on Instagram at Candice J. Lott, that's Lott with 2 T's, and on Facebook as Candice Lott. I look forward to meeting you. Have a great day.